For millennia, she guarded the forest, an immortal elf, bound to its sacred roots. One day, a lost human child's cries broke the ancient silence. She healed his scrapes, soothed his fears, and vanished into the trees. But the boy never forgot. He returned year after year, growing from a child to a man. She watched from the shadows, a silent guardian, appearing only when he was hurt or sad. He fell for her timeless grace. She fell for his fleeting, beautiful humanity. Their love was a whisper against the winds of fate. Impossible, yet undeniable. Under the moonlight, they confessed their feelings, knowing their time was borrowed. She stayed with him through every season of his life, watching the silver touch his hair as she remained unchanged. On his last night, he thanked her for a lifetime of love. As he passed, she learned the truest lesson of mortality. Love is not about forever, but about cherishing every goodbye. Every morning, at the same traffic light, two strangers kept arriving at the exact same moment. At first, it was nothing, just two people crossing a street. But day after day, the same smiles, the same glances, started to feel like something more. He didn't know her name, but he knew the way her eyes softened when she smiled. She didn't know who he was, but she noticed how he always waited an extra second before crossing, as if giving fate a little more time. And suddenly, their mornings felt incomplete without that moment at the red light. One day, he was missing. Just as the light turned green, he ran up, breathless, saying, "Sorry, I didn't want to miss you." That was the day they finally walked across together, talking and laughing like they'd known each other forever. "Can I see you again? Not just at a traffic light?"
Can I see you again? Not just at a traffic light?
She smiled, relieved. "I was waiting for you to ask."
I was waiting for you to ask.
And just like that, two strangers became a pair, all because the same red light stopped them long enough for love to catch up. He couldn't hear the ocean. He was born deaf, yet every single morning he went out to sea. Perhaps that's why the siren first noticed him, a fisherman who sailed without fear, because he never heard the songs that had lured countless men to their deaths. But she saw something else in him. He treated the sea with a gentle hand. He would whisper to the waves, even though he couldn't hear his own voice. And every day, he left a small piece of bread on the water, a gift for the creatures below. One calm evening, she decided to surface, a siren with shimmering turquoise eyes and hair that flowed like the ocean current. By all accounts, he should have been terrified, but he wasn't, because he couldn't hear her voice, the voice that could shatter kingdoms. Instead, he just watched her lips move, her expressions soft, and her gestures careful. And she fell for the only human who wasn't enchanted by her magic. He loved her without ever hearing her song. Every night, he returned to the same rock where they met. She taught him how the currents moved, and he taught her how to laugh without using sound. They couldn't speak in the same way, but somehow they understood each other better than anyone else in the world. Then, one day, a violent storm changed everything. The sea roared, splintering boats against the rocks, and she felt him sinking, silently and helplessly, down into the dark water. She caught him in her arms, holding him as his breath slipped away. In that desperate moment, she made a forbidden choice. She whispered the ancient ocean oath, a spell no siren should ever use, one that trades all her powers for the life of the one she loves. A brilliant light wrapped around his body. He gasped, inhaling water as if it were air. He could breathe underwater, but she lost everything. Her magic, her song, her immortality. Her beautiful tale dissolved into shimmering dust. She became just a woman, powerless beneath the waves. He opened his eyes and saw her, trembling, fading, and pulled her close. He mouthed the words, "I'm here." Together, they swam deeper into the calm blue sea. Fishermen who could now live in the sea, and a siren who had given up her voice to love him. Two souls who didn't need sound to understand each other. And the ocean, for once, stayed silent out of respect for their incredible love. Imagine someone you love leaves on a journey. You wait for them, day after day, for a year. But when they return, only a single hour has passed for them. This isn't science fiction. It's a real consequence of our universe, a phenomenon called time dilation. If your loved one traveled near the speed of light, their clock would tick slower than yours. For every year you aged, they might only experience minutes. This cosmic dance between time and space means that love across the stars would face the ultimate test. A promise to wait could mean a lifetime. Would you trade your entire life for just a few moments of their future? It's a heartbreaking question that pushes the boundaries of devotion, forcing us to ask what love truly means when time itself becomes the distance between you. They met every night on the last train home. Two strangers sharing the same quiet journey through the sleeping city. He was always lost in a book, she in the music. From her headphones, they never spoke, never even exchanged names, but a silent understanding grew between them in those fleeting moments. A shared smile, a subtle nod, it was their secret language. One night, a sign appeared. Final service. The last train was ending its run. They shared their final ride, a heavy silence hanging in the air. As she stepped off, she looked back, but he was gone. Years passed. The memory of the train and the boy with the book faded into a gentle ache. Then, one rainy afternoon, she ducked into a small, quiet bookstore. And there he was, standing behind the counter, holding a familiar-looking book. He looked up, and his eyes widened in recognition. It wasn't an ending on that train. It was just a long pause in their story. When he was born, a star died, just to love him. The moment he took his first breath, a distant star, billions of light years away, collapsed in on itself. But it wasn't an end, it was a transformation. From the cosmic dust and dying light, a new being was born. A woman made of starlight, with a singular purpose imprinted on her soul, to find the boy whose birth had sparked her own. For 21 years, she journeyed across the silent, endless expanse of space, a celestial pilgrim on a course set for a small, blue planet called Earth. As the boy grew, he was different. He would look up at the night sky and tell anyone who would listen that a star was speaking to him. He could hear her voice in the rustling leaves, in the quiet hum of the night. He called her his lover. His family worried, and his friends thought he was strange, lost in a world of make-believe. From a curious child, pointing at the heavens, to a lonely teenager whispering his secrets to the constellations, he never stopped believing. Every night, he would talk to her, sharing his dreams, his fears, and his unwavering faith that she was real. He grew into a young man, his heart filled with a love that spanned the universe. While the world around him moved on, he waited. Then, one day, global satellites picked up an anomaly. An object, moving at an impossible speed, was heading directly for Earth. Panic spread like wildfire. News reports called it a falling star, a rogue celestial body on a collision course with their world. No one knew where or when it would land. The world held its breath in fear. A year later, under the cover of darkness, she arrived, not in the blaze of destruction, but as softly as a falling feather. She landed on a quiet beach near his village, her form glowing with the light of 1,000 distant suns. He was there, waiting, as he always had been. He saw her, and in that instant, he knew. She was no longer a voice in the stars, but a living, breathing miracle standing before him. She walked towards him, her eyes reflecting the cosmos she had crossed. "I came for you," she whispered, her voice the same one he had heard his entire life. I crossed the universe just to love you. In that moment, on that lonely shore, two souls separated by an impossible distance were finally united. It was a love story written in the stars, proving that true connection knows no bounds, not even the vastness of space and time. Thanks for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like and subscribe for more. She always opened the coffee shop before dawn, long before the city even remembered how to breathe. And every single morning, she would sit at the same corner table, the one with the worn-out notebook and a latte that always went cold before she ever touched it. The first day I came in was because I couldn't sleep. The second day, it was because I felt a little too lonely. The third day, well, the third day was because of her. She never seemed to notice me, but every time she lowered her head to write, there was this incredible calmness on her face, as if the world hadn't had the chance to hurt her yet. It was like watching a quiet, beautiful secret unfold before sunrise. A whole week went by, and I was still coming back. Some days, I didn't even order anything. I just wanted to know she was there, that this little pocket of peace in the city still existed. I'd just sit and watch her. This stranger who had somehow become a fixed point in my chaotic mornings. It was a strange comfort, knowing she was just a few tables away, lost in her own world. Then one morning, before the sun even thought about breaking through the darkness, she stood up from her seat. My breath caught in my throat as she walked straight to the counter where I was standing. And for the very first time, she smiled at me. "This one's for you," she said, pushing a warm latte across the counter. "You come here every day, but you never order anything." My heart did this little stumble. I managed to whisper, "I just like the atmosphere here." She looked at me quietly for a moment, her eyes holding something I couldn't quite name. Then, she gently placed the cup into my hands. "In that case, stay," she said softly. "Keep me company while we wait for sunrise." And on that quiet morning, with no dramatic music, no grand history, just two strangers, tired of carrying their own stories, we finally found a place to rest, in a cup of coffee that was finally warm, and in two hearts that were finally ready to start healing together. Thanks for watching. If this story touched you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Have you ever heard a love story so powerful it could bend reality itself? This is one of them. There was once a young couple, so in love that the world seemed to sing just for them. But one day, tragedy struck. A terrible accident left the girl in a deep coma. For 3 long months, she lay silent in a hospital bed. Every single day, her boyfriend was right there beside her. He'd hold her hand, whispering stories and softly singing her favorite song, clinging to the hope that somehow his voice could reach her. One night, exhausted and heartbroken, he fell asleep in the hospital chair and dreamed of her. She was there, vibrant and real. She told him there was a way to save her, a way to bring her back. He had to meet her again, in a dream, at a specific time, on a sacred mountain. It sounded impossible, but what wouldn't he do for her? Fueled by a desperate hope, he traveled to the mountain with 2 of his closest friends. As the designated time approached, he took sleeping pills, praying they would work. He fell into a deep, heavy sleep and found himself in another world. It was a beautiful, ethereal place, but it felt fragile, like glass. And there she was, waiting for him. She told him this dream realm was collapsing and the only way for her to wake up was for him to carry her out before it all disappeared. Without a second thought, he lifted her onto his back. The world around them started to crumble. Paths cracked, the sky fractured, and debris rained down. He ran, his lungs burning, his heart pounding with fear, but he never let go. Just as the entire world was about to vanish into nothing, he saw it an exit, a sliver of light. He lunged for it. He woke up with a gasp, the first rays of dawn breaking over the mountain. He and his friends rushed to the hospital. He pushed open her door, his heart in his throat, and there he saw her. Her eyes were open. She was weak, but she was awake, and she was looking right at him. A month later, after she had fully recovered, they stood together and said, "I do." Theirs is a story that proves true. Love knows no boundaries, not even the one between dreams and reality. Thanks for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like and subscribe for more. Have you ever met someone in a dream who felt so real it hurt to wake up? For 2 years, that was their reality. Night after night, they found each other in a shared dream world. A perfect beach at sunset. They'd walk, talk, and fall deeply in love, building a connection that felt more real than their waking lives. Every morning, the same heartbreak. It was all just a dream. They would go about their days, haunted by a love they couldn't touch, a person they couldn't find, until one evening, 2 years later, one of them stood on a real beach, watching a real sunset, when a familiar face appeared. It was them. In that moment, the dream world and the real world collided. All the longing, all the unspoken words, poured out as they finally confessed their love, ready to begin their story in the waking world. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories.